Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Ray McCloud, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 36. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. A shotgun snap for Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. 19. Mike 50. Let's go. Hey, check 24. 19. What's the end?
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 24. 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check 50, check 50. Hatch it, hatch it. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Check. Line up, line up. Check. Line up, go.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flynn. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Kill, kill, kill.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Nick Chubb, 81 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Now the try here for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
In your face.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time John?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen. Pass.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bills nothing.
Third and long, it's Watson. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Check three. Check.
They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, you got deep? Kill. Alert flare.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Jump.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
54 is down, he's coming. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 54. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Joe Mixon. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The try here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Bills nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot. Deuce. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Check 3, table.
Play action. Now Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, alert 3.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Yo, 50's the mic. 59. I got him. Mike's 50. Hayward. I got you. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 59.
From the gun, Watson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 42-yard line.
Where's the set? 19. 50. Check back 50. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 59. Watch that. Check. 64. Hey, 59. Hey, 59. Go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Raiders 35, Bills nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, G. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check nickel. Alert.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
31. Kill. 24.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
50, plant. All day, every day. Look, squeeze. Slam. Set, go. Snap.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Watch twist. Check three.
6-6, bullet high.
SOS.
Hey, box drop. Let's go. Let's get it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Check. Go.
They'll run on first down with Singletary, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ready.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Let's go. 18, Gator.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Ready.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Bills first down.
90, Wolf.
Watch it, define. Hey, watch the ball. You go tight.
Let's go.
You got tight right there.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Flynn, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Watch the run.
2nd and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 43-yard line.
You're set. 18. 55. Watch twist. Shift. Kill. Smoke.
After the interception, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Mike 50. I'm coming up home. I'm coming after you. Hey. 50. 59. 50 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Right here, right?
Us. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
I don't even know why this.
24.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
24. Hey, 31.
I'm coming. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Check the out. He's coming.
Hey, 54.
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, 55.
Check 4.
Hey, alert. Down and go.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's heavy on the edges.
Here we go. 50.
Hey, 24.
Let's go, D. Alert 3.
Hey, 55.
Alert 3. He's checking. Crash.
Alert.
Throwing again is Watson, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
You're set. 19.
49. It's just me and you.
24 is down. He's coming.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 9. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run with Chubb. Fights off the defender. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Raiders 42, Bills nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
We're set. We're team.
We got to get the...
Let's
go. Check 37. Check 30.
59, 59.
66.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They run it again with Chubb. Finding room to the 20, and he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
We're set. 19.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Check, check. Fresno. Fresno. Fresno.
Mixon with a first down carry. Nifty move. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11.
We're set. 19.
Block 49. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
First 6.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch the edge. That's it.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
Alert, alert.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
This was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it.
24. First 6.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, 9.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
36.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
Raiders 49, Bills nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. McConnell, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. Well, I like